So this is what we got going on today. Got the chipper and the dump trailer and 5500 up there, and about to try to chip up all this tonight, and we got some more down there. When we get this done, we'll start dragging that up here and start chipping it too. And so we're about to get started. So this is a big piece of wood right here we're about to chip, and you saw me push that lever up right there. And so what that is, that's the yoke. And what the yoke does, it opens up the chute basically, or I call it the chute, it's really called a yoke, but it opens up what I call the chute so that this big piece of wood can go right in there. And as soon as it touches the rollers, I let go of it, and it smashes down on it and sucks it through. So, and every once in a while you'll see me messing with the controls, and I'll try to explain it best I can what I'm doing and everything. I really don't know a whole lot about it, but I know what does what and everything like that. I'll have to get Mr. Tim one day and maybe film a video with this chipper and kind of go through it, through some specs and different parts of it and everything, just something like that. Let me know in the comment section if you'd be interested in a video like that. And so you saw me just then pulled the lever the opposite way. And so what that did was, that's called the crunch. And so that's the same mechanism that I used to get it in there. It's just some of these branches on the top and everything, they have a little bit of trouble going through, so you have to crunch down on a couple times. It's kind of like when you're eating and you have to chew your food up a little bit more just to get it to go down and everything. It's kind of the same principle there, but that's what I had to do to get that to go through there every once in a while. And this is an extremely large piece we're about to go through now. And you'll see me open the yoke, I'm pretty sure, on this piece. And so, yeah, see, I just opened it right there. And I let go of it. As soon as it starts to go through, I let go. And some of these pieces, like this one right here, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure we'll have to, yeah, see, I had to reverse that piece right there, and we had to trim it up a little bit to get it to go through. But I cut that out, and you didn't see it. But that's what we had to do, because some of those pieces, they won't go through with those big branches hanging off of them and everything. You have to kind of trim them up and do a little work on them to go through. But I just wanted to hop in here and kind of explain what I was doing with that chute opening and closing and everything, so you wouldn't, you know, be confused or wonder what it was. So So right here you see him with the chainsaw there trying to trimming this one up. This is a very large piece, a lot larger than what we've been chipping, and he'll actually cut this piece right here into 4 pieces, I believe, and that's how we'll have to get it through the chipper, because it would go like this, but it would be just kind of a challenge to get it to go like this. And so it's just a lot easier and a lot faster just to cut it up like this and go through. But a little backstory on this job: this was just a strictly chipping job. We actually cut down 3 trees in the dark, and we'll get to that in a minute. But this was a lot clearing job, and another landscaper in town actually was the one doing it. And he had a Bobcat excavator that you might see in this clip, you might not in this video, I'm not real sure. But he had a Bobcat excavator that he was moving the brush around and actually digging up stumps and all kinds of stuff with it on this lot. And he's actually going to do the dirt pad on it too, and for the house that they're building. And so all we were doing on this job, like I said, was just chipping the debris and just hauling all the chips off and basically doing the cleanup on it was all we were doing. And so just kind of want to hop in here and kind of explain to you what the job actually was and everything, a little backstory on it. But that's a big piece right there we're chipping. Okay, so these are the 3 trees I was telling you about. They're actually 3 oak trees, and it is pitch black dark right here, and it's actually about 8 o'clock right now, I believe, in this video. And so all these lights and everything you see is actually coming off his excavator, and that really helps out a lot on a lot of jobs and everything. We really wouldn't have been able to do this job without those lights on the excavator and the chipper and everything. And so everything's set up really good to work at night for us and everything. But we bombed these trees really quick, and I was actually holding 2 cameras in this video right here. I was holding mine and Mr. Tim's GoPro filming this and everything. And so we're about to, in a minute, I'm not sure if you'll see it in this clip or not, but he's going to actually cut up these trees, and we chipped them, you know, right after we cut them and everything. And so what happened is some of these trees were, since they were oak, we didn't chip up the trunk, the whole trunk and everything. We just cut all the limbs off of it and chipped the limbs, and we're actually saving the trunks of it for firewood. And so if you don't see us chipping those, that's why we saved it for firewood. And I might even mention that in this video, but I'm not real sure. But you see we just pushed that tree right over and got them all done. So right here, you've already seen me do this once or twice in this video. All I'm doing is idling up the chipper, getting it ready to start chipping. Whenever we're not using it, we always idle it down, I guess to save gas and everything. I'm not really sure. I need to ask him about that so that I'll know, just for my knowledge. But thought that was pretty interesting. I've never really fooled with the controls and everything until this job. You learn pretty quick once you start doing it, but really interesting, this whole thing, how it works and everything. But you see right there, I'm having to, so right here, this thing, I don't think I've explained that yet. That right there is actually the forward and reverse on the chippers, on the rollers is what I call them. So that right there makes it to where you can put it in forward or reverse. So if something goes in there that you don't want to go in there, you can throw it in reverse real quick and it will suck it back out of there. But if you want it to go, and it actually even has a neutral in it, and you can put it in neutral halfway through or part of the way through or something. And so I thought that was pretty neat. So you see right there, and I have to do the crunch a little bit. These pieces right here are just really tough to go through. It's actually willow oak, and all those little branches and stuff just don't want to go through there for some reason. So I'll tell you what, the excavator saved us on this job. Actually, that Rotobeck grapple is really what saved us on this job. It would have been rough to do without that grapple, and so really glad we had that. And I know it looks like I'm standing right in front of the chute where everything's going to go. I wasn't. I was peeking the camera around just to kind of get you a good view of what actually everything looks like when it's going through. You don't ever want to stand in front of a limb that's headed towards that chipper, because it can knock you over or knock you into that thing or slap you upside the head, because I've been slapped upside the head by limbs so many times. You can ask Cotton Top 3 about that. He'll tell you all about it, I'm sure. And so but that's one thing you got to watch on these things, is those limbs, because especially when you're hand feeding in there, those limbs, especially on these willow oaks too, they will slap you so quick. And that's why you always stand to the side of it when you're hand feeding it, and when they're feeding it with the excavator, you want to always stand to the side of it when you're feeding it, because you just stay out. That's a good way to stay out of the way of everything, and a lot safer. So just want to throw that in there. Alright guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I will also do a part 2 on this Friday. I've been editing this video and I'm realizing that this is a extremely long video. And so I'll do a part 2 on Friday, and I'll probably have enough for a few more videos. If y'all wanted some more of this, just let me know in the comments what you thought about it, if you like it, and everything. But appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like, subscribe for more, and I'll see y'all later.